Hey there, Shooby Doodlers. This is what we're going to draw. You're going to need a pencil and a pen and an eraser, but let's not talk about it. Let's do it. So we are going to start off with a back angle, maybe a bit more like that. And then we want to draw a kind of a D shape. So it's a backwards D, really, is what we're doing. And then we want to draw another little D inside it, so it becomes like a capital C, doesn't it? And then come down a little bit, and bit there, and then in around like that. Now then, we want to have a line coming down, kind of at a tangent. So this is like an ellipse. It's a tangent to the ellipse. And then that will come around, kind of echoing the bottom row of that C, the bottom curve of that C. And we're going to have a little bit that kind of joins on to the bottom, which is going to be at a different angle. So that's going to be coming out like this and going in there, so that we can bring this down and around like that. That may be, there's a bit of an underbite going on there actually, so I'm going to bring that in slightly like that. And then we want to kind of work out where the gum's going to go, something like that, and another line curve rather like that. And I'm just going to remove that line there because that's a little bit confusing. Okay, and then I'm going to draw an extra thin one there, so that's kind of the thickness of the plastic for the teeth. Now here we're going to want to and have the gum line, so these are going to be curves, but these are going to start getting narrower and narrower, or closer together. So here these are quite big, 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 getting closer together and closer together like that. And these are obviously going to come down kind of parallel with that, and these are going to come up parallel with that back line like that. And then we're going to want to have the teeth shapes like that on there. But here we're getting kind of the thickness of the whole thing as well here. So we're going to want to get this kind of thickness, and that will be there like that. You see a little bit of the thickness there, and then we'll see a bit of the gum on the inside, and we'll want a curve there. Similarly on the top here, we're going to want these kind of curves on the bottom of the teeth. They're the sharp parts. So let's start here and across, and then bring that around and down to the gum line. And we're going to want it just slightly curved at the bottom there, because you don't have sharp lines with your gums because they're quite organic, like that. And then we can bring that coming around up to there, and we're going to have the bolt in there, so we'll have a bit of shadow and a bit of shine. And then this can come across to there. That's coming all the way around there in a curve. That's going to come there in a curve, so we've got this kind of step down at the top there. And then this line here, I'm not going to draw the whole thing, I'm just going to let that dot away there. And I'm going to let that dot away around there, so it's not such a hard line going all the way around. And I think I'm going to work with this one first, and then I'm just going to draw kind of these curves, and I might do kind of a little wiggly bit on the on the molars at the back. And then this one wants to be kind of in there, so it's slightly in front. Then we can kind of draw in the gaps in between. And then here we can do these the gums on the teeth again, like that, and we can bring that up to there, maybe a bit of a thickness of the plastic there. And we can bring, again, we can do the gum, but these molars have a kind of a wobbly bits on them like that, don't they? And we can bring that to there, and what I'm going to do is bring that down there, so we can then whoosh up from there, and we're going to have kind of a thickness of the plastic like we're going to have here, and we're just going to see the thickness of the plastic there. That's all we're going to see, but here we'll see a little bit of the inside of the tooth, as we will there, and then that's the inside base, and then we can come around like that. When you are absolutely sure that the ink is dry, then you can erase those pencil lines. And I'm going to draw some just slightly curving shading in there. And then I think we need to do some kind of careful shading inside here, because the whole of this will be much darker. Try and keep it all at the same angle, and here you can make that much darker. In fact, you can maybe fill that in completely. In fact, you can maybe kind of fill in completely underneath there, and then kind of bring in this shading like that. It's a bit scrappy, but there you go. We can maybe make it less scrappy by adding a bit of cross hatching that way. And then I think we've probably got some serious shadow behind the teeth here, so we can put some cross hatching coming from behind the teeth too, but in the same angle as we just did. Still looks a bit scrappy. I think we might need a little bit in there too. Now we can put a bit of shading behind it like that, which will help to put it on the table. But even more on the table if we put the table edge, and we can wind it all up and set it giggling and laughing and dancing across the table with a few wobble marks. If you want to colour it in, just paint those gums bright red, ridiculously red, and you can maybe add a little bit of shadow on the teeth. There you go. Thanks for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to Draw Stuff Real Easy, and keep coming back every week for lots more drawings. And in the meantime, keep drawing, drawing, drawing. Practice, 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 and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.